I'm so glad you are joining us today. Welcome. And the information we are going to share with you, it would be very life changing if you have any IRAs or 401ks or other savings or retirement programs. Then please listen very close. Are they robbing you of your retirement income without even you knowing it? And if so, when would you want to find out? Welcome. You are at the right place, and I'm going to be proving it to you. And we had known this thing all along. And that is why, knowing what we know, I do not have any IRAs or 401ks, and I never will. But now they have found it out 2 years. Cricket Time magazine says, why is it time to retire your IRAs and 401ks and what to do instead? So we'll be sharing with you all of these things. This is so serious, folks. You'll see NBC News did a retirement crisis report a while ago. And then here it is. The great 401k experiment has failed many Americans. And I think this is the reason that the very first thing that Mr. Trump did, he knew about the seriousness about this thing and he did not want to alarm Americans, but he gave us more options for the IRAs and 401ks. And knowing what we know, will never give those options. Yes, it is good to have more options, but they are more risky ones too. You could make much more, but there is more risk involved into it. And we are going to show you those alternatives that you do not have to put your money at risk at all. And I'm going to show you what Warren Buffett does. And so you'll be knowing everything. So please kick back and relax. Do not try to justify anything. Close the door and listen very close. Okay. I have a question for you. Now, do you know as to when it comes to money and your retirement, do you know the day that you will get the biggest shock of your life? You probably are thinking, and you probably do not know what I do. I know it. Yes, okay. The day you go to your HR or wherever you had been having those IRAs and 401ks and asking them that I would like to start taking income out. And that is when, in your mind, you are thinking that I'm going to be getting my full apple and eat it too during retirement. But the shock comes up when they tell you that you have to pay taxes and but by that time it is too late. All right, folks. And did you know that there is a means by which you can withdraw your retirement income tax free so that way you can have the full apple and eat it for the rest of your life? So please, do not justify anything. So these are the real facts that I'm going to share it with you. Okay. So let's get into it. Do not get ahead, but I'm going to share with you this thing. So let's just say long time ago, yes, okay, someone came up to you, or even your parents also told you, or your CPA also told you, hey, let's get a IRA 401k started so you can get some tax deductions and stuff, and then we'll worry about the other things later on. Remember that? Yes, you came, and you innocently did not know, and they never told you the full story. And I don't think they would purposely lie to you, but most of them innocently don't even know what they are recommending because this is such a thing that people always accept that, hey, I need to start an IRA or a 401k because my father, my grandfather, everyone did it, so I need to do it too. So let's just take a look at it, how good an investment this thing is. So they come up to you, and in this case, let's just assume age 30. You start this thing at age 30. You put in $6,000 per year for 35 years because it will be 35 years to age 65 before you retire. You have put in $210,000 total in contributions. And now in 33% tax bracket, you save $2,000 per year in taxes which in 35 years comes out to be 70,000. All right. In savings, total savings. All right. Now, the $6,000 per year that you put in, love compounding at 7.5% for 35.1 years will be equal to $1 million. Now, at age 65, you have $1 million, and you tell them that you need to get $50,000 net income to live on for the rest of your life from your retirement plan. All right? They say, fine. And you have to take out 7.5%, that is $75,000, pay that 33% tax, and which is comes out to be $25,000. All right. Now, in the first 3 years of retirement, every dollar of tax savings you saved in 35 years of deductions was paid back. Now, and if you are lived to be age 85, which the life expectancy, if you're still alive at 65, it is minimum 20 years that you will live up to age 85. If you live to age 85, it will be $500,000 you paid into it. Now, let's just go back. When they ask you to start up this IRA or a 401k, and if they had told you, I have a good investment for you, you put in $6,000 and we'll save you $70,000 in tax deductions. We give you 70,000 in tax deductions in 35 years. Okay? But when you take the money out, you will be paying $25,000 for the rest of your life. And you get that these realized savings would be eaten up in just in 3 years. And after that, you are on the hook for the rest of your life. Would you have bought that story? All right. And so I'd known about this thing. That is why I do not own an IRA or a 401k. And so let's just keep on going. I want to use you can share a lot of information with you. That's why I'm going fast. And so now here, let's just see, let's compare various financial alternatives here. Okay. Again, this is the age is age 30, and you put in $6,000 per year. And so let's just compare five different people putting in different vehicles, and then we will compare how did they do, and with them with the eye that how long will their income last in retirement? Because everyone wants to have a lifetime income from their retirement plan. And but when let's just see the reality. One person puts money into the municipal bonds, and then another one into annuities, another one into IRAs and 401ks. And then someone said, I'm going to play the stock market, but I'll be conservative and put it into mutual funds. By the way, these rate of returns are true at the when we did this, made this slide. Yeah. And then the last person said, we'll go with this MFTA insurance contracts. Yes, okay. And so here it is. This is their age. This column is their age. And here is age 65, right? And everyone's putting in $6,000. All variables are the same for everyone. Okay. And they are contributing into this thing. And now at age 65, this is how much money they will have in accumulated in all these various different vehicles. And here is our alternative where I'm putting in my money too. All right. Now, so they start getting income. They all said, we want to get $64,000 per year income for the rest of our life. All right. So again, the variables are the same. They all contributed 6,000. Now they want $64,000, and this first column is the year. Okay. Now, is municipal bonds, because in all of them you have to pay taxes. Up till here, you have to pay taxes on all of them. So the taxes, after paying taxes, this is in yellow is where when you will run out of money. So this is at age 73. Okay, you will run out of the money. Or here, this side is years from retirement, that after 8 years, you'll run out of money. And next one is annuities. And about the same thing here too, that after about 8 years. Then it is IRAs and 401ks. They lasted a little bit longer because they were tax deferred or in about 14 years. And the stock market, yes, they will run in about 15 years. All right. Now, it can be a little bit more or less depending on the rate of returns, how they perform, right? If they performed very well, better than these returns, it would be more. If they did not, then it would be less. But still, you get the idea right here. All right. Now, the question comes up is that here it is by about age 79 or 80. Now, with people living longer and longer with medical advances, mm, what? If you're still healthy, and where will money come from at that time? Because this will be your in a negative side here. So you have three options, either to take lesser income, but that you have to decide much sooner. But again, you'll see how much less you take that you will never run out of it. That's a guesswork. And with our planning, you'll see, knowing what we know, that's why I do own an IRA or a 401k. No. We want to take the guesswork out, and you should also have the guesswork out. Everything should be upfront to you. All right. So, or otherwise, you have just okay, three options. Either you're like a living dead person, you live life to the fullest with 64,000, and when the money runs out, so you're like a living dead person, or you live off of charity, you or your children. These are the only three options you will have. Knowing what we know, yeah, neither one of these ones are good choices. You should live with dignity and because this is all your money. Now, with our alternative right here with MFTA contracts, yes, UK, even at age 65, you are going on strong with that income. And not only this thing, I'll share it with you. Just remember this thing that in case you have any heart attack, stroke, cancer, or something like that, UK health problems like that, and at that time, UK all of these ones, if you cannot keep on feeding money the way it is, that 6,000 a year, and if you have health problems, cannot contribute, even this dream will not be exercised, but here it will become self-completing, just your diagnosis of it. We'll discuss that. All right. Now, let's just compare other investment vehicles also. And the criteria is that the money should be liquid. Money should be safe from losses, and there should be a good rate of return, and it should be tax free. Retirement coming up because that is the only way that it will last longer. Okay, so we are comparing commodities, business ventures, and speculative common stocks, investments in real estate. Most of the people do that. High grade bonds, mutual funds, or CDs. Many of the people got burned out in 2007, 8, and 9, that financial and housing crash, so they are keeping their money in CDs and money market funds, annuities, and equity in your home. So let's just compare with them. These many fail the liquidity test. The money is not liquid. You cannot get to it when you need it. All right. This one, the money is not safe. They don't have a good rate of return. And this one, it's not tax-free growth. So you'll run out of the money. And there's only one option left. That is those MFTA contracts that I was talking to you about. All right. So now let me just share with you who I am and why should you be even listening to me and why am I qualified to be talking all of these things. My name is Dear Graywall and I'm the founder of Financial Advisors of America and professionally I am a top recommended financial strategist, advisor and an author with a proven track record. I'll be showing it to you everything right now. All right. And when I say proven track record, is that during that 2007, 8, and 9 financial as well as housing crash, the clients or Americans who used our strategies did not lose any money. And that is why you might have seen me quoted on the national media. They were asking me how I do it. And today, you are going to know everything just that I know. Okay? I was not like this, always like this thing. Matter of fact, yes, okay. Even though I was pretty successful, I got started in the financial services business in the 80s, and but I was just an ordinary advisor, and even though I did pretty good. So I in 1995, after I lost my custom hilltop home in Aliso Viejo, California, to foreclosure and lost everything else also in the process, I decided to learn the rules of the game. It took me over 10 years of going nationwide, crisscrossing to different, going to all the seminars. At that time, we had to physically go on those, we go to those seminars and read all the financial books. I attended every top advisors seminars, and I was looking for your answers, how to play the game of money, the rules of safe money growth, and I was collecting all the nuggets from each and every one of them as to what is their key to their success. While doing that, I learned that if you made Uncle Sam your business partner and set up the money according to the laws, earning money, you learn you can take your money to a whole new level in a liquid, safe, and tax-free environment. How our planning is different. We incorporate time-tested strategies, excuse me, laws governing money and IRS rules. And the amazing thing happened that I'll show you our results. The results came in 2007, 8, and 9, and that's when you'll see the results in a minute. Okay. Now, you are going to be learning some of the same strategies that Warren Buffett uses, and he increased his wealth from 1.9 billion in just 6 years to over $300 billion. You see, all right. So how do we do this thing? And I'm going to share with you how to take your money to whole new heights in a liquid, safe, and tax-free environment, and that's in this very order. Why liquid is, I keep on insisting liquidity is important, because in 2007, when that, the stock market crash started happening, at that time, you might have experienced this thing, Jules. It is nothing new. People started going to their banks or whatever, their institutions, and to withdraw money. But that money was frozen at that time. They said, we cannot have let you have a run on the money, that will destabilize the American economy. So, in the interest of saving the economy, your funds are frozen, and you watch your money go down every day. And so Americans lost between 40 to 60% of their money, and there was nothing that they could do. They were watching it every day and crying about it. No, I do not want my clients. If you feel that the economy is not good, you can, with a telephone call, take the money out so that way you'll not have to lose. And then the money should be safe from losses. And if you can tax free, put that money in tax free environment, then that puts a turbo booster. Folks, did we know that you get 50% more payout for the same amount, the same money in tax free environment versus using taxable or tax deferred? So that is the power of learning how the money works. This is a big claim I am going to make, but this is true because it has proven to us. And after losing everything, this is what I learned, and this is our thing to you. We'll show you how to protect your money no matter what happens to the stock market with me, and no matter what happens to the economy, no matter what happens to the taxes. And this is something new, no matter what happens to your health also. Let me just quickly share it with you. I touched on this thing earlier also, that hey, we are the money making machine for ourselves and our family. And what if this machine breaks down? Meaning that we have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, or something. At that time, we are running around to the doctors and hospitals to get ourselves fixed. Income stops, bills don't stop, and financial disaster starts. Everything comes to a screeching halt. No, you okay? This is our proprietary product. Yes, you okay? And a diagnosis of health problems, your things become self-completing. So we'll be showing you, discussing this thing too. All right? Today you are going to learn, I'm going to quickly go through these things, Josie, and I am doing one topic at a time and going deeper into it, but I'll touch on all of these things so that way you know what all is possible with your our strategies. All right. And then we put it on, show you how we put it on autopilot so you can have a completely a financial worry free life no matter what happens to the stock market, taxes or anything like that. So let's just get moving. Warren Buffett says, yes, okay, his number one principle is do not lose money. And number two is do not forget rule number one. And then he says that most and the fastest, the quickest, and maximum money to be made is in the stock market. And in that same breath, he says that's where most of the people lose their life savings also because they do not know what they don't know. So he says always participate in the upside of the stock market without the downside risk. And if you can, keep the gains, the profits also if possible. All right. I'm going to show you everything, how to keep those profits also. And now let's just quickly share with you how the game of money works. All right. Now, the next example I'm going to show you is in this example, it is $100,000 invested, and 1 year it goes up, and second year it goes up 10%. Second year it goes up 10%. Third year goes down 10%. Third year it goes up 10%. Fourth goes down. So for 10 years, it's happening every year. It will go up 10%, then down 10%. And most of the people will think that we'll never get anywhere. Here's that example. Your rent goes up 10%, goes down. Okay. And yes, matter of fact, after 10 years, it's down to here. And you actually, yes, not only you didn't get anywhere, but you lost about 4.9%. However, knowing what we know, how the money works, you came and how Warren Buffett went from 109 billion to 300 billion is you go up, and this becomes, you keep the profits also. And then this becomes a new reset point. And and then when it goes down, it automatically freezes for as long as it keeps on going down. When it goes up again, in this case, it is 10% everywhere. So it goes up to be, yes, okay, just like this thing freezes, gets up. Okay, it goes up to about 161,000. That is 69% more money for you, or 61% gain. All right. So this is how, if you know how to make the money work, folks, this is exactly that same scenario. All right. The setup is the key. Well, okay. Now, another thing is, let me just share it with you. If you have a 50% loss, I could be going in, but just to save time, I'm just getting used to this thing. Because in the last 2007, 8, and 9, people lost between 40 to 60%. So let's just take the example of 50% lost. And it's not that if you gain back 50% back to even, no. You have to make 100% gain just to get back to that same level. And it could take a long time. And here is the proof of what I learned after losing everything and going on this trip to learn the rules of the game. Remember, I said you after losing my house and everything, I spent 10 years learning those. And so this is what it came. I came back with those nuggets that I collected. All right. And the proof came in 2007, 8, and 9. And the clients who used our strategies did not lose. That's why I was quoted on the national news. Okay. while others lose money when the stock market goes down. But with our strategic setup, this is what I learned during those 10 years after losing everything, after attending every seminar that I could and read all the books and stuff, right? So this is the key thing. That's what we specialize in. Okay. So here's that deal. This is an example. Okay, let me just share it with you. This is an example, and for you, it should be taken as an example only. These will not be your results because there are so many moving parts in this thing, but this is a true example. Okay, so your results will be different, but just okay, this is $500,000 invested into the stock market, and we call it versus our missed fortune strategies. We call them missed fortunes because people miss out fortunes because of what they don't know, they don't know. Okay, and we are using this S&P 500 fund. That is the one when we sit in our car and when we turn it on or turn on the TV, it says S&P 500 went up or down and whatever. It's exactly the same fund. In the black here, or it is dark green, it is the way we set it up. And here, in the red, it is someone going directly. And that's the way stock market wants us to, everyone to invest. And here is 2007, 8, and 9 when that crash happened. Okay, so with us, we were using that same strategy, upside only of the stock market, but up to a cap. There is a cap, and the trade-off is that for that cap is that when the market goes down, you do not lose a penny and you have kept your profits also till that time. All right. And then first year, both went up within that cap limits. And then for 2 years, it kept on going down and your money freezes right here. Then it just kept on going up and up. And here is 2007, 8, and 9. When the market crashed, you had kept, our clients had kept all their profits also, and it froze. All right. And then after that, the next year it was up here. Now the end result came out to be about 418,000 versus 1,078,000. All right. Now, folks, how the money works and how the money is made is now, imagine this thing just goes up next year, it goes up 10%. This will go up about 42,000, and here it will go up over $107,000. Yo, folks, that's the difference between our setup, okay, that I learned after losing everything. And then on top of that one, just if we made Uncle Sam your business partner, then the money will grow, compound, and pay out all tax free. So that is, folks, that is putting a turbo booster to this one. This is all tax-free money coming to you. All right. So this is what it is. Now, folks, this is serious. And say if you have a $500,000 in retirement savings or IRAs or 401ks, whatever it is, you're right, and the market goes down just 10% only, you will guaranteed lose $50,000 instantly. Now imagine how long will it take for you to save that $50,000 that you instantly lost because either you procrastinated or you did not know how to protect that money? But by the end of the next few minutes, you will know exactly what to do. And then after that, if you procrastinate, then it's on you. You are the one who will be responsible for any losses. Okay? Now, if it is $20,000, 20%, and you will guaranteed lose 100,000 instantly. And just imagine how long will it take for you to, or how long did it take for you to save $100,000? And many of the people do not even save this much in their whole life. And okay, no more procrastination, folks. Take action once. You will have to take it at some point in time. But when the downturn starts or the recession is coming, then it will be too late and then it will be on you or no one to be blamed. All right. So you can have this thing, okay, strategic setup right here and get this kind of results, even though your results will be exactly different, completely different because of all the moving parts. But this is what could happen for you. All right. Now, I will never ever let anyone hanging. You might have questions and stuff like that, or oh wow, yours okay. Show me what it could be like for me. And so, if you when you got the this post, you'll hear in there is a link for the second link is confidential personal profile. If you will fill this thing correctly, I insist correctly, then that's when only I can help you with your situation. All right. And fill this thing up with put in your cell phone number. And after filling it out, after submitting this form, you just go to that other third link there. It's in the post that you wrote this thing from. And usually my fee is I take a retainer of minimum $5,000 here before I start advising clients. No, there will be no fee at all. This will be a 20-minute private confidential question consultation. But it will be for those people who fill out that form completely because in that short period of time, I can answer your questions and share with you as to what will be the best strategy that you can use. And then please post forward here. This is open for since I'm not doing it as to generate business, but as a giving back to the community. And so there is no expectations in return. So please let your adult children also use your table who are professionals and expose them to this thing also. And if they are already happy and said, no problem. All right. This is my gift to you and your family. Now let's just quickly see how to tax free that money. These questions are for real. You must be thinking, you okay? It's regarding tax free. Now, let me share with you how we make millionaires out of ordinary people. Okay, just be with me. This is $1 doubling every period for 20 period. Okay, and it does not have to be 20 years. It can be 20 months. It doesn't matter. Just get the concept of it. Okay, and it's in taxed as earned versus tax free. All right. And let me just give you a disclaimer right here that we will never be a party to lying or cheating on your taxes to save, however, knowledge is power. And that's what I have. And that's what we share with you. Okay. So taxed as earned, it is $1 doubles to two. And then you pay taxes, the rest of it doubles. Then you pay taxes and it just keeps on going that way for 20 periods and you get up to be about $28,000. But if that same money is in tax-free environment, okay, as Uncle Sam says, and I'll be sharing with you how you make it tax-free, and it will be over $1 million. So we make millionaires out of ordinary people, and if you're already a blessed millionaire, you add some extra zeros to that thing, and to be a billionaire. All right. Now, IRAs and 401ks come about halfway in here because they are tax deferred. However, like I said, okay, and I do not own a IRA or a 401k, doesn't matter. Well, and why would you? You have better option right here, and this is from the same IRS and same laws and same IRS rules, okay, that give you this tax deferment in IRAs 401ks. Okay. Now, if you have $100,000 compounding at 8% and for 30 years in tax-free environment versus tax as earned, here it will grow up to about $500,000, and here it will be over $1 million. That's the difference, folks. It is your money, and let me share it with you how you tax-free this money. Okay? Uncle Sam says if you set up your money according to sections 72, 77, or 2, especially this one and this one, and comply with the Tamra laws, and then you can have your cake and eat it too, folks. And then what we do is, and there is a litmus test that you can have your money pass that litmus test beforehand. So we do it for our clients upfront, so that way, even if I'm not around, when they take the money out. And if there is any glitch, you can show it to them, because this is very particular. Yes, okay, all I's have to be dotted and T's have to be crossed for it to be growing, compounding, and pay out all tax free. Yes, we do that thing, and you will have a written copy of it. So that way, yes, okay, when you come out from this thing, you know that you will be in this category right here. So we do not leave anything to chance. Same thing over here too. Now, yours, okay. Let's just get to optimizing your IRAs and 401ks. Yes, so this is how serious and Time Magazine and others have found it out. What the we already discussed all this thing, and so your IRAs and 401ks, yours, okay. Yeah, there's a strategic rollout that you can do to use UK and have it in the ultimate plan right here with yes, UK growing and compounding and payout all tax free. Okay. But your question comes up in your mind, but what about the tax deductions? All right. Tell you what, we already discussed it with you that, hey, yes, okay, if someone told you that in 35 years you will save 70,000 in taxes, but on that same token, when you take the money out, you will be paying $25,000 in taxes. That's unfair on people. That you will to save 70,000, you end up paying half a million in taxes. So, folks, one thing is, let me just share with you the reality. It is your money and you have to be serious about it. You have to hire a sharp tax attorney only to create deductions instead of the you get $70,000 deduction and put you into your worse condition than before. You have to have a sharp tax attorney, tax person who does your taxes, as well as to create tax deductions. Remember, we say that Warren Buffett pays less taxes than his secretary does. That's what it is. You need to get. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to pay millions in to that tax person, but there are a lot of average tax strategists and stuff. But please do hire them only to prepare those taxes and to create those deductions, because they do not know, or they may not know how this game works, what I've been showing it to you. However, this is the litmus test. Let me share it with you. You can ask them. And if someone passes this thing, this test, yes, absolutely. Go ahead. You are with the best of the best anyway. Otherwise, they are the best at tax preparation and creating deductions. And we are the best at what it is. Now, this laws and IRS section, ask them this question. Hey, do you know about TEFRA laws, okay? And when were these laws made? All right. And when was it became the law by the Supreme Court of the United States? It's called the TEMRA law of 1988. All right. And if they say yes, okay, most of them will say yes. Oh, yeah, I know about those ones. No. Just do not rely on that one, and then tell them, if we complied it with this law, as well as yours, came Section 7702 and 72E and 101A, what will that do for our money? This is the question that you ask them. All right. If and do not, please, this is your own money. I'm not trying to take away someone else's livelihood or anything, but my allegiance is with you. All right. And that person should not only be doing the taxes, but if they say right away, they should know this thing. Right away, they say, wow, how did you find out about it? With this one, you can have your cake and eat it too, that the money will grow, compound, and pay out all tax free. And it will give you access to getting only the upside of the stock market without the downside risk, and it becomes self-completing in case you have any health problems like heart attack, stroke, cancer, and stuff like that. You're right. So if they give you this very exact same answer, then you are with the right person, then you can let them do the whole package. Otherwise, just let them create the tax deductions for you only. All right? And in the next one, I'm going to use, okay, share couple of things with you, how to manage your home equity. Just get because let me just share with you. Federal Reserve Bank has issued a warning that there is this housing bubble. Protect your built up equity, folks. And that will be in the next post that I will be doing. But for right now, I want to use, okay, say, please go back in there, and the second link is for that confidential questionnaire that I showed you. And once you fill that thing up, submit that thing, and then you set up that 20-minute complimentary consultation, and there will be no charge, and I'll give you your options, how I feel, and then you be the judge. All right? With that, I want to thank you so very much, and we'll see you in our next topic that we discussed. Thank you. Goodbye.